Down there at Daddy and Mama's every now and then. And I'd wake up, Mama would be staring me right in the face. What the fuck you want? You know, she'd be looking at me. She said, son, you ain't breathing 10 minutes. See, I lose my goddamn breath. I said, what the fuck? You know, I said, you need to go check that sleep apnea. So I called, make sure my goddamn insurance covered. Went down there and I talked to the doctor. He said, look, you got to come down here one night next week, spend the night, keep you normal routine, don't change nothing. I said, all right, you know. And I had to go down on Sunday night. I said, look, I got to work on Monday. He said, all right, bring your clothes, you take a shower here and everything. Mama always told me, son, when you leave here, make sure you got clean drawers on in case you have accidents. We watched NASCAR that day. I cooked some baked beans, had some deer meat, hamburger meat in them. No. We'd eat them. I drank me about, 7 or 25 beer. I drank them myself. I was on the way down there and my old stomach got rolled. God almighty, I said, well, I'll make it down there to that hospital. I don't like shit in the gas station. I pulled over right there at the Y and said to me, before you get to such an I had to shit in the woods. Anyway, I went on down there. I went in there and it was a good looking fucking nurse. I'm talking about a blonde haired old gal. I said, I'm talking some shit to her, Went in there, I said, Mr. Dearmon, go in there, and what do you sleep in? I said, my drawer. I ain't no goddamn pajamas or nothing. Had on a brand new pair of drawers. Mama just bought them for me. Told me, son, you going down there wearing new drawers and shit. I'd put them on, and, I laid down there, and they come put fucking suction cups. Put them on my forehead and on my titties. Down there on my thighs, whatever, I lay in there. They said, do whatever you know them to do. I said, all right, I was watching TV. And all of a sudden, some bitch said, Mr. Dearmon. Oh, shit. There's the intercom. I said, Mr. Dearmon, close your eyes, move them right and left. I said, all right. My stomach hurts. There wasn't nobody in the room with me, just that intercom back out there talking to me. I moved my line left and right. They said, all right, Mr. Dearmon, move your arm. Move your leg, and I had to fart. I said, well, I'm going to ease one out. It's silent. I had it, They must never make a humming sound. I said, and I farted. They said, Mr. Dearmon, you make that sound again? I said, well, shit, I don't know. I'll try, They said, all right, we got all we need. I watched TV a little while, went to bed. And I knew I had farts and beans cutting up on anything I eat beans make me fart. I went to bed and I woke up the next morning, and that they woke me up one time tonight and they had a breathing machine and put that goddamn mask on me. And it was laying right there and you'd fart and it'd run in that mask, run right in your goddamn face. That's the first thing you smell. I mean, before it got out of your ass good, you hit it right there. And I'd farted a couple of times. They come in there and they'd up the dosage on it, whatever. So the next morning they come in there and said, we got what we need. So I got out of it, put it on, and I said, I farted a couple times last night. Went there to take me a shower, put on a clean coat, and I had a few skid marks in my drawer. So I knew I'd farted a couple times.
Hello?
But I went back there to meet with him, he said, well, sir, you're going to have to come back next week. We'll give you your thing. But the damn nurse wouldn't even look at it. The little blonde. I want to get her number. She wouldn't even look at it. Apparently, they fucking videoed that shit and watched it all night. Me laying there farting and carrying on. I went back 1 week later, and he said, you have lost your breath more than any subject we've ever had.
Yeah.
You got to lose it 10 seconds to count as one. Out of an hour, I wasn't breathing, but like 40
That's fine. Y'all come on.
And I said, have I got sleep apnea? He said, there's two things I need to talk to you about. I said, what is it? He said, you got sleep apnea.
Well, I just
We're going to give you a
machine.
machine. He said, and first thing next week, you need to go see a gastrologist. I said, what the fuck? I got the breathing machine, but I didn't go to the gastrologist.